friends, it's Silver, and we're here to stop things today, as usual. Welcome back. We're here to play more Assassin's Creed, and let's just get started already, I guess.
I trust you were successful?
The slave trader is dead.
Yes, the birds brought word to me. War is a dirty business. Labor and soldiers seem to be in short supply. Killing that man has saved countless lives. You've no doubt deprived the Crusaders and Saracens of additional troops. These are dark days, when men's lives are valued in gold, and such small amounts at that.
He saw it differently. Claimed they were not slaves at all, that he was helping them.
Do you know how it is you can tell a man is mad?
They speak to air, claw themselves.
No. They are the ones who speak and act as if there is nothing wrong.
I don't understand.
Few are the men who would admit to evil. Always rationalized. Always explained.
So he lied.
I was not there. Did not hear his words myself. But yes, if you speak truly, I think he was simply trying to excuse his deeds.
I saw them, though. The men and women who would be slaves. They were a strange sort. Old, mad, sick.
Weak, yes. What better way to make a soldier than to take a broken man and rebuild him? Give him all he's been denied, with the promise of more.
It seems a lot of work.
It is. But what you get in return is loyalty. Knowing what it was they stood to lose, such men would be loath to betray their savior.
An interesting theory.
See? There is still much I can teach you. Everyone deceives. Each other, themselves. Learn to pierce the veil, and know that nothing is true. Go. It is time you continued with your work. Another rank is restored to you, as is a piece of your equipment. We'll speak again when the next has fallen.
Alright, so last time we went to Jerusalem, which means this time we have to go to Acre. And again, I've told you before many times, and I will continue to tell you that I don't like going to Acre because it's dark, it's gross, there are bodies everywhere, there are buildings torn apart, there's the beggars and they're obnoxious, but you have to deal with those everywhere you go. But there's crazy drunk people who attack you, and people are rude to you, and I don't like it. Anyways, but Acre is kind of interesting because this town is controlled by the Crusaders. So unlike Damascus and Jerusalem, where it's all Saladin's forces and you're kind of seeing and hearing everything from the perspective of the people who are being invaded. I don't know what the right word for them would be. This one, it's all under Crusader rule. So most of the people you'll see here are pilgrims. They're pilgrims, they're Europeans. It is also interesting to be in Acre because the type of religious propaganda you hear them shouting on the corners is a very different tone, I guess, than they do in the other cities. So everywhere you go, there are people on the corners screaming about, you know, how God is on their side, because this whole thing was a religious war. But I guess it's just a different perspective being on the side of the invaders versus the people being invaded. I don't really know how to explain it. It just feels different, you know. As my roommate would say, it hits different, but this is not In and Out. We're talking about a religious war. It's just so interesting, the Crusades, that everybody thought they were doing the right thing and doing the things that they had to do, when really some respect and talking and understanding might have gone a long way as opposed to violence. But this was a different time. I can't really speak for what was the right or wrong thing for them to do because they all felt like they were doing the right thing. So it's just, again, it's just very interesting. But you don't really get to hear as much of the people shouting from the corners as I do because I cut most of that out, so that this video was not like an hour and a half long because nobody's got time to watch that. I barely have enough time to play that. But once we get through all these bodies and crap, we're gonna climb up to the viewpoint, take a look at the city, and then track down our target, who, let me tell you, is the absolute worst I've seen so far. And I haven't really played super far past this, but like horrifying, guys. Get ready for some like severe trauma. This is your warning now. If you don't do gore or anything like that, you should realize by now that this is not your thing. These games are rated M. There is language, there is violence, there is blood, there is some really terrifying stuff that happens. So this is your warning that this one is a lot worse than the last guy that we fought. That last guy was doing some awful things, but we really didn't get to see it as like we do in this one. But yeah, so we're gonna do Acker. I hate being in Acker. We're gonna do it as fast as we can so that we can go back to somewhere where it's not gross and grimy and dark and depressing and where there's not bodies all over the street and people screaming at us that they need money. Yeah, so hang around and get ready for the nightmare because let me tell you, this is crazy, all of it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you. Here we go.
Altair! He's after me! He saw me! He will kill me, and my wife and children! Oh, what a mess! Have you come to end my misery? No. Al-Mualim has more compassion than I thought. Could you help me then? A knight of the Hospitalier is after me. If you could eliminate him, you would do a fellow a real honor. I've been here in Akkar since the Crusaders were laying siege. I can give you important information in return.
I need money, sir. I'm poor, I'm sick and hungry. Please, sir, have any money? No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir.
It is done. He's dead. Oh, I am extremely grateful. So, here is what I know about Garnier de Naplouse, Grand Master of the Hospitalier. Garnier let his patients roam the halls of his fortress. No one, save scholars, may enter his personal workspace, and the rooftops are guarded by archers. I'm sure this information will help deliver Garnier to the gates of hell.
You say he turns away from your suffering,
Fine,
but
please.
this is unfair, untrue. He is but one man, gifted as he is, and can only help so many. Soon, my friends, soon the good doctor will attend to your needs. Be patient, hold hope close. There are many in need of aid, and only one of him. He works tirelessly to serve and save, but these things take time. Mercy! Mercy! Don't kill me. I'll do anything you want.
You serve Gagne?
He makes me say these things to keep the people from revolting, to give them hope and make them eager for his touch.
Tell me everything you can about the man.
Yes, of course. I know what happens within, what he really does.
Go on.
Not sick, not wounded when they enter, but once he's got his hands on them, then the pain begins.
He's no healer then. Just a sick, cruel man.
I don't know what it is he does to make them cry so loud, but it must be stopped before more are made to suffer. Will you stop him?
It's why you still live.
He is cautious. You must pick the proper time. Go to him when he attends to the patients. He forgets the world around him, becomes lost in his work. Yes, strike then.
I thank you for the information.
Then you'll let me go?
Would that I could.
So what you got there?
Rubbish. The man had no coin to speak of, just some damn tube. All I found was a bit of paper with these nonsense scratchings.
Them's not nonsense, but words and letters.
Why is a man putting words and letters in a tube? It's a waste of tube, if you ask me.
Must be important. Give it here, and I'll have a look.
Like you helped last time. I ain't letting you steal this.
Well, ain't you clever? Have fun with it, then.
Leave me alone, for Christ's sake.
Ah, if it isn't Altair, remember me? No? I learned my craft at the same time as you. Still no memories of me. Doesn't matter. Al-Mualim has charged me with a mission that I am honored to perform. I must test you. What a pleasure. I have hidden flags in this area. Find them and return to me. Be quick. It is such a shame that the old man insisted that I must help you if you succeed.
So one other thing I forgot about, and just now realized I should probably mention, is that during the Third Crusade there were two different factions of knights. So there were the Templar Knights, which are the ones that you'll see if you see anybody in a uniform that has the cross on it. Then those are the Templar Knights. But then there's also the Hospitalia Knights, I think is how they pronounce it. And right now we're tracking down the guy who's in charge of those. So if you see people, I think they're the ones that have like the lion crest kind of thing on their uniform. I think those are the ones. But yeah, so there's two different factions of knights to watch out for on the Crusaders side. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. Also, in case you haven't noticed, lots of people are really mad at Altair, not just Malik. Like, some people are starting to see that he's redeeming himself, and some people kind of still always saw him as a hero even after he almost killed everyone on accident. But some people are going to take a lot more convincing, and that's we're playing through a redemption arc, and I am all for redemption arcs, and it's one of the reasons I love Altair. Especially in this video, you're going to see him start to question everything, which is kind of against the creed, you know. You just accept that nothing is true, but he's starting to realize that these people that he's being sent to track down are not just random targets that need to die. Like, maybe there's more going on here, and maybe something isn't right about what he's doing. And if he doesn't get answers, he's going to start assuming his own answers, but, you know, it's just kind of different, I guess. I don't know. I love it. You guys know I love this game. I love Assassin's Creed. I love Altair. He's my baby. He's my boy. We're going to go talk to this grumpy pants again and get some information from him.
Someone tell me why he's doing that.
I'm impressed. Not enough to change my mind about you, but since Al-Mualim commands, Here is what I know about your next target. Garnier hides in the Hospitalier Fortress. Getting into the fortress will require cunning. That's all I have for you.
I need this dealt with now. The ropes are eaten through with rot and must be replaced. If we wait any longer, we risk an accident.
I understand, but what of the houses I'm supposed to repair?
Never mind the citizens. What do they do anyway but cry and complain? It's the knights who sacrifice that the rest of us might live in peace.
But they've nowhere to go, and the rains will come soon.
I won't warn you again, boy. Do as you're told or you'll find yourself in irons.
Yes, sire.
First, sensible words out of your mouth. You've got the plans now. Get to work.
You hear about Elaine?
The archer who guards the eastern wing?
Poor bastard's brother caught an arrow in the throat. Doubt he'll last the night.
How can he continue to work, knowing what's to come?
He visits his brother often, so I cover for him when I can.
You aren't there now?
No. I've family business of my own to attend to.
Then he'd best hope the doctor doesn't learn of his desertion.
He won't. Long as you stay silent.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
Ah, Altair. A little bird told me you'd be paying a visit.
Al-Muallim has ordered the execution of Garnier de Naplouse.
The Grand Master of the Knights Hospitalier?
Indeed. And I have already determined when and how to strike.
Share your knowledge with me, then.
He lives and works within the Order's hospital, northwest of here. Rumors speak of atrocities committed within its walls. It seems the good doctor enjoys experimenting on innocent citizens. Most of them kidnapped and brought here from Jerusalem.
Clever. By stealing his subjects from another city, he avoids arousing too much suspicion here. But back to the matter at hand. What is your plan?
Garnier keeps mainly to his quarters inside the hospital, though he leaves occasionally to inspect his patients. It's when he makes his rounds that I will strike.
It's clear you've given this some thought. I give you leave to go. Remove this stain from Akka, Altair. Perhaps it will help cleanse your own. Rest here until you're ready to begin your mission.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Alright, so finally tracking this boy down. I kind of scoped the place out earlier while I was just, running around town. I was like, oh wait, I remember that this is where he's at. I found a secret entrance that we learned about later that's broken. Turns out you can't get in through there, so this is the way I end up coming back out. But again, this is your warning. This is about to get very horrifying very quickly, and you can't hear me screaming as this was happening, but I was, because it's so bad. So if you want to skip, I will not be offended because it's terrifying. So here the freak show's about to start. I'm sorry. Here we go. We're gonna kill him after this, I promise.
No, help! Help me! Help me! Please! You must help me!
Enough, my child. I asked you to retrieve the patient, not to kill him. There. Everything will be all right.
No!
Give me
No!
your hand.
Don't touch me! Not again!
Cast out this fear, else I cannot help you.
Help me? Like you helped the others? You took their souls! I saw! But not mine! No! You'll not have mine! Ah!
Take hold of yourself. Do you think this gives me pleasure? Do you think I want to hurt you? But you leave me no choice.
Every kind word matched by the back of his hand. All lies and deception. He won't be content until all bow before him.
You should not have done that. Return him to his quarters. I'll be along once I've tended to the
You
others.
can't keep me here. I'll escape again.
No, you won't. Break his legs, both of them. I am so sorry, child. Have you people nothing better to do?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I like almost couldn't even just watch it again. Like that was so scary. Okay, so now we're gonna go kill this crazy man. Okay, I'm shaking. I should eat something. Anyways, so we're gonna sneak in and we're gonna kill him. He's so scary. I don't even know what to say other than I was freaking out at this point. But again, he thinks he's doing the right thing, and I don't understand it. Like, let me just break your legs so you can't run away. Even though there was nothing wrong with you, I just brought you here and started doing these crazy experiments on you. But oh no, you can't go away. Let me break your legs. Okay. You know, this whole thing is just like extreme vault time, guys. Like, I can't even tell you. I just need to breathe for a minute. Okay, so yeah, so here we go. We're gonna kill him. I have nothing to say. I'm kind of curious though, like, what the Hospitalian Knights do after their dude in charge is killed. Like, do they just have somebody come up and take his place? Also, why is he a doctor? Like, what are his qualifications to be the leader of the Knights and a mad scientist doctor? Like, since when do those correlate together? Anyways, I can't help but say he reminds me of a certain someone, and some of you are gonna know who I'm talking about, especially with the whole vault time in perspective, but that's completely irrelevant and detracts from the fact that we're here to stop things from in Assassin's Creed with our hidden blades and our knives and our throwing knives and our swords. And how did Altair just casually watch that and not just be like, and this whole crowd of people, and then they just walk away at the end? Like, I don't get it. In case you haven't noticed, this really scarred me. It'd been so long since I'd seen this that I was just screaming the whole time. So I'll let you see what happens next.
Let go your burden.
I'll rest now, yes. The endless dream calls to me. But before I close my eyes, I must know what will become of my children.
You mean the people made to suffer your cruel experiments? They'll be free now to return to their homes.
Homes? What homes? The sewers? The brothels? The prisons that we dragged them from?
You took these people against their will.
Yes. What little will there was for them to have. Are you really so naive? Do you appease a crying child simply because he wails? But I want to play with fire, Father. What would you say? As you wish. But then you'd answer for his burns.
These are not children, but men and women full grown.
In body, perhaps, but not in mind, which is the very damage I sought to repair. I admit, without the piece of Eden, which you stole from us, my progress was slowed. But there are herbs, mixtures, and extracts. My guards are proof of this. They were madmen before I found and freed them from the prisons of their own minds. And with my death, madmen they will be again.
You truly believe you were helping them?
It's not what I believe. It's what I know.
And at this point, Altair is thinking what the actual heck is going on right now. And same, bro. It's bizarre. I mean, you guys, I think I spoiled it already, but these are Templars that he's hunting down. Like the people in charge of the Templar Order. But still, like, as we're desperately running home, he's got to be freaking out a little bit. Like, how did these people get to be so crazy? How could somebody possibly stand there and, like, break someone's legs and tell them it was out of love and think the whole time with complete certainty that what they were doing was the right thing and was going to make the world a better place? And here Altair is doing the exact same thing. For him, this is the right thing. You know, killing these people, getting them out of the world. And all of a sudden, that certainty is being questioned a little bit because they are crazy and very certain about what they're doing. And now he's like, well, I'm very certain about what I'm doing. Am I also crazy? And this will all make sense eventually, I promise. There is quite the twist at the end of this game. And I don't want to spoil that for you, but it's wild. This whole thing is wild.
What news, Altair?
Garnier is dead.
Then you should return to Masyaf with news of your victory.
There is something else.
Speak it then, or would you have me read your mind?
What do you think he wanted from these people? That he would keep them and experiment on them as he did?
Yours is not to ask, but act, Altair. It doesn't matter what he did or why. Only that he's dead.
But Garnier seemed to believe he was helping these people.
Is that what you saw?
No. What I saw was not a place of healing, but of pain.
Then why are we having this conversation?
I don't know. Forget I spoke of it.
I already have.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Damn it! What's the problem now?
I'm getting weird temperature readings. I think the Animus is overheating.
Christ, it's always something! How long?
Too soon to tell.
These delays are unacceptable, Miss Stillman. I want progress reports every hour.
It's gonna be a while, Desmond. Why don't you go lie down or something? Get some rest.
What the hell? Someone's been in here. Looks like some kind of access code.
And the plot thickens. Anyways, that's all we've got for you guys today. Yeah, so I want to say we're about a third of the way through the game right now. So we're just going to keep stabbing things until we can stab things as Vikings. And then we're going to stab things as Vikings, and it's going to be a good time, friends. And that's it.